let me know, okay? Yes, sir. And everything, my name's Sheldon, okay? What's in it with the criminal investigation division for Officer PD. David Ryan, all right. Ryan was working on the case involving Jimmie. Also goes by Jimmie. Ever since we kind of started. Okay? And I think he told us this. I really believe it. He's been bored to work with us. Would you agree? So, we came over to your house. We asked you some questions. So we followed contact with things. Okay? So, those questions have led us to bring you down here some additional questions. Yeah, everybody come up here. So we have all the people down here. We've already actually been here earlier today. Proof, nothing, okay? Nothing wrong. But the one thing, I want you to try to remember this entire time, we treat everybody fair. If you stay fair, we treat you fair. I don't think we did anything wrong, you did proof. Okay? Really expect the same. Honesty, I want you to tell everything, okay? We have a question. We have a lot of stuff we've done over the investigation that started. We have some stuff I can be able to tell you. Okay? Alright. But we're going to share everything that we can that concerns you. Okay? And when you're answering these questions, I want you to be open and honest with it. Okay? We want the truth. Alright? If you tell 99.9% of the truth, what is it? Then still alive. Okay? Tell 100 today. Okay? I told you out there at the apartment when we walked down the stairs, my goal is to bring you down here, man, take this Baker interview, and get you out of here. Okay? It's still my goal. Okay? But we need to ask questions. We need to figure out what happened. Understandable? Okay. You're seeing crime shows now?
Not really, I'm not really a crime show.
Another crime show, you've seen on TV where they read people a constitutional warning, hey, you got the right to remain silent and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. So anytime we bring somebody down here to him, like this morning or any other people, we want to make sure they understand the constitutional protections that are afforded to them. Do you agree? It's important, right? I mean, they wrote the things years ago. We need to make sure everybody understands. Okay? And we're going to be fair for you to tell you what they were. Okay? So what we're going to do here today is I'm going to go through these constitutional protections that are afforded to you. Once I've done it, Tim, you can do one of three things, okay? You can sign it, answer a number of questions, sign this form, answer some of our questions, or sign the form, answer all our questions. Does that make sense to you, Tim? Okay. Nothing here to trip you up, trick you, or anything like that. We want to be open and honest with you and fair, like I talked about in the beginning. I thought we were fair at the apartment. We have to do certain things for our day. Is that understandable? Do you agree? You feel like we're straight fair so far? Okay. If you have any questions about this, I want you to ask me, okay? Don't be afraid to ask me. We're going to go put this together, okay? Again, we're at the Oxford Police Department Criminal Investigation Division.
I'm going to come down. If you have no objection, I think I've never seen this. I think it's important for the court knows what's staying, and it's plenty loud, but that don't mean I can understand it. I'm going to get closer because in case there's any objections, I want to be able to not have to replay it through if we can. I think the court knows what's being said. I'm asked to rule on things. So.
Do I need to turn it down?
Right up here in front of Lynn. I think I can hear a little better here. Thank you.
I'm trying to adjust it not only the front but back.
I understand, and I hear brrrr, and it's not your fault.
I think it's the air system that's in that building.
Timothy Herrington, the second or third? Second, okay. I don't get all confused there. Junior, okay. What is your date of birth, Mr. Sheldon? I'm gonna make it 10. Okay. Hi. What's your date of birth? March 5th. I'm gonna write that on the back, okay? March 10. And what is your phone number?
I'm gonna ask that any feeds just, exclude, the statements as to dates of birth and phone numbers, okay?
Just go to, 15.
Single, okay. Any kids? No kids, okay. All right. So I said, I'm gonna read these conversations. Time right now is approximately 1:35 p.m., okay? All right, Tim. Before we ask any questions, you must understand your right. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice or ask questions, and if you are with your question. You cannot afford a lawyer who wants to be appointed for you for any questions you wish. If you decide to ask counsel, say the right to stop answering anytime. You also have the right to stop answering anytime until you talk to the lawyer. You understand this top part of what you okay. Waiver right here at the bottom, you know. I read the statement, right, I have a right bar, I want to make a statement, answer questions, I'm not a lawyer, I don't understand what I'm doing. No promises and pressure make me or pressure force me any kind of, pretty much what that means, we ain't teach you, we ain't done anything cool, but I'm unusual punishment for you. You understand that, okay. I understand anytime I can exercise this little right, you understand the bottom part, man, you understand the top part, okay. Did they teach you how to sign in cursive at school, when you were there? Okay. Hey, I believe today, and it's not fine name cursive, it's just print. That's correct. I'm glad you it's a law power, not. So, Tim, you understand the top part, the bottom part, signature line here, print line here, we'll sign with you, okay? If you want to talk to us. All right, I'm gonna take 10 back, I'm gonna sign it, and then we'll get Jimmy later to sign, okay? All right, Tim. So, when you came to your apartment, we asked you, told you kind of what we were investigating, gave you this chance to say that, okay? And you know that was correct. And you told us that you know him from school already, okay? Talk, kind of walk me through your JD, knowing your friendship and all that.
We were looking at
So is it possible, Tim, once you told us that the apartment was not as accurate as my application? I didn't think so, Tim, and that's the reason why.
All right. So, right here, the first question is about the nature of his relationship with Tim Herrington. You confronted him with what?
I wanted to better understand the relationship between Tim and Jay Lee, and Tim tells us it's a deeper relationship. So that led me, based on the previous interview at his apartment, to ask him, Tim, are you being honest with this, or is it the information you told us accurate? And he admitted it was not, which told me he lied about what he said at the apartment.
All right. And what did he tell you at the apartment, the nature of their relationship?
We had acquaintance. There were a few others that he mentioned in there. They were cool. They were students at one time together, I believe, but it wasn't a deeper relationship.
You understand that, Tim? I think it's important that we get it out on the table. So the team, you don't have a good understanding of what happened here, the whole picture. All right? And I can't tell you the story. Okay? When you walk out of here, team, out of this room, you can tell anybody anything you want. But in this room, you need to tell me the truth. I think that's fair to you. Okay? So tell me about this deeper relationship guess.
Was that significant to you?
Absolutely. I think it shows a pattern of sexual activity between Tim Herrington and Jay Lee. Again, goes away from what he said in the apartment about just being acquaintances.
And that was consistent with what you knew from the Snapchat messages?
It was consistent, further in the investigation, but it was, yes.
The night you came over, did you have sexual relations that night?
Yes, sir.
Okay, talk me through this. What happened? And again, you walk out of here, you tell the thing home. I want the truth. The truth is we didn't have it. I'm fine with that. I'm fine. I worry about you guys don't take care. I worry about guys and girls. We have people sitting here and guys and the animals, okay? I did not care. So what happened when you were come over to the apartment?
He came up and they were using and kind of like others, like they
Where did that happen? In your apartment? How did you know Jimmie was coming over? How old was that? Okay, again, there, truthful. Don't understand. How did you communicate with Jimmie?
we talked over social media.
What kind of?
I remember, like, we talked like,
Damn.
we talked,
I know, I was a little flat. Okay. That night you came over, what did y'all get to talk?
I was really trying to remember, I don't remember, we only talked about that.
Okay, that's all I was looking for. Now you have, okay. Can you tell me what are some of the Snapchat handles you have?
I didn't have like 2 or 3.
You got, can you kind of tell me, I know you got a great name, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what are some of the ones you have?
One has like my name, one has like my name was about my name was like my nickname.
What's your name?
Red.
Red?
Yes, sir. So it's very.
Sure.
All right. You're talking about his handles. What does that mean?
Not well versed in Snapchat, but it's a name that the Snapchat user has, I believe.
If somebody has a nickname, instead of putting their real name, they often use a nickname for social media handle.
Absolutely, you don't, like he says right there, he's got some real name, and then he uses his nickname as well, and his nickname was Red.
All right. And the handle in the Snapchat messaging with Jay Lee that Ben Douglas, when he accessed that Snapchat account, the relevant messages were from him.
Red Eye
Red Eye.
24.
So is it just red or is it red or something else?
It's like red. I don't really like remember the name, give the name. It's red, but I'm saying like I don't know what you actually.
I know you should say it.
Yeah, I don't know like actually. I kind of like you know, you got the name and it's like
Jay,
Now, your response there was, Tim, you just said it.
You just said it.
What are you referring to?
He just said Red Eye.
All right. And can you explain that you heard red eye right there?
Mm-hmm.
All right, explain that to the jury.
So when he says Red Eye, and then he emphasized really strong at the end, trying not to say it, and it's what I figured when I was in the interview. He says red eye, and then he emphasizes the eye part of it at the end to then move forward with his statement.
yeah, I don't know like actually like him. Yeah, I don't know about my name,
Is it, so it's just red or is it red or something else?
It's like red. I don't really like remember the name, say the name. It's red, but I'm saying like, I don't know.
Is that what you were talking about?
Yes, sir.
He could have been saying red but you heard red eye,
And then he emphasized the I at the end.
almost as if he was catching himself.
Yes, sir.
I know you just said it.
Yeah, I don't know about actual, I do, you know, names and things like that.
They come up there. He gave you oral safety, you gave him oral
So
safety.
you gotta go with it.
Okay. What do you think?
Okay. He talks a little bit more in detail about their interaction. And then, before we get into that, going back to the handles that he used for social media, he was using that handle on what day?
July the 8th,
You know that
2022.
from the records?
Yes.
For a fact.
Yes, sir.
And then here, on July 22nd, he indicates that he can't remember what he was using. Is that
Yes, sir.
correct?
That's what he says.
The other side is, like, you just call, you know,
So, you're in the start of the investigation. Yeah.
Now, comparing that statement with the interview at his apartment, was anything significant there?
Absolutely. So at the apartment, he says, Jay Lee comes over, gives me a gift. We talked for a little bit and left. And this interview here, he says, Jay Lee came over, gave me oral sex. We talked for a little bit and we left. He's saying the same thing.
All right, like, hey, let's get the police involved, all that. They put out what they call a tip line. You know what I'm talking about? You can call them, hey, I think I called Jay Lee, people like that.
All right, now then, at this point, in the investigation, you don't have any records that indicate whether he would have been aware of any of the information made public requesting tips from UPD or OPD.
I don't know that he's aware of it. All I know is there were multiple press releases put out and shared over multiple platforms of social media.
And you're talking about that here because of what? What are you about to?
Because of the tip that came in from Mr. Khalid Fears.
And do you recall, if you know, you know, if you don't, you don't, what day that tip came in?
No, sir.
Was it soon after July?
Oh, yes, sir.
Alabama. You know, man, people were calling me tips. One of the tips that come in was interesting. Jay Lee, when he left his apartment, was talking to somebody. That person called in. Okay? That person said, told Jay Lee, told that person, hey, I'm going to meet somebody. Okay? And I'm going back over to their place. All right? All right. So he's riding with Jay Lee. So they're able to see where he goes. And then Jay Lee's on the Snapchat. Okay? All right. You follow? Right. Okay. So, that was a big tip, okay? So I want to ask you again, okay? When Jay Lee left, okay, this was in the morning of July, you understand? Because Jay Lee leaves your apartment. Does Jay Lee come back? Okay, that's true. Okay? All right. And then what happens when Jay Lee comes back?
You come back and then, like, you do the same comment stuff,
Oh, yeah, it's okay.
Now, the tip that you shared some information in here, did you share that he had said anything about an argument right there on the video, or do you need me to back it up?
I don't recall if I said anything about an argument at that time.
Okay. And then right here, when he talks about, you're talking about what?
Oh, Jay Lee going back to the apartment.
Leading him all over the place, to having a conversation, suppositions, things of that nature.
Let me hear your question again.
What is the topic of conversation right here important to you?
The topic of conversation is whether Jay Lee went back to see Tim Herrington.
And what was his response?
He does.
And what does he say about what Tim Herrington does when Jay Lee comes back?
He gives him oral sex.
All right. Jimmie, can you play that back 5 seconds?
You understand? Jay leaves the apartment. Jay come back. Okay, that's true. Okay? All right. And what happens when Jay Lee comes back?
He come back and then I can do the same, I make stuff,
What was the exact words he used?
I made it up to him.
All right. Did you talk to him about an argument or anything?
Not at this time.
Oh, tell me, okay.
And so,
He left, how did he leave?
he was cool, like, he was just like, he thought like I was in my food, because I used to try to talk to him.
You don't use one?
Not that I was there, trying to talk to him.
I thought you were kind of reciprocating the performance you gave earlier. That's fair. So when that guy called in, and this was the phone thing, I think this is where you can tell me. It's accurate, right? When he came over, he told the guy calling the tips, Jay Lee had told him that he was going back over to see the guy. He didn't say his name, okay? The guy was going to do something that he's never done before. So is that what he's talking about? You get more sick. He also said that the guy, and you help me out, okay? You're all on some kind of know, okay? We're still digging, but it's better to come straight up there. That I think Jay Lee, and I don't know, did he block you on Snapchat or did you block him in reality? He was upset. Something about.
All right. You were talking about information that you had from figures.
Yes.
And that was in regard to the Snapchat conversation.
Yes.
All right. What he says here about being blocked by Jay Lee, was that consistent with what you found later in the digital records from the phones?
Yes, we did find that Jay Lee did block Tim Herrington, and Tim Herrington reconnected with Jay Lee through another Snap name.
Yeah, there was an argument. What's y'all arguing about?
No, he was just, I told him that, like, I'm not really like doing it, like, you know. I really like the work team, so he got it.
Because he was upset because he wasn't going to do any more, or if he did more.
I told him that
I had a chance to you read him.
he didn't help.
Okay, you don't do it, he gets upset, and he blocks you on Snapchat. So how did you read the things with him?
That's when I had like the other stuff.
You had to create another, or you already had one?
I already had another.
Okay, and you reached out to him on which one that time?
I know I was on a different, like a different, that's like, I don't remember which one,
And
he was on.
he come over.
Okay.
And when he come over, you want to say something, where was that at? In your apartment. Which room? There's 3 rooms. There's the living area and there's 2 bedrooms. Which room was that in? Which one?
The one, right?
The door you shut, they go that one straight past that wall, right? Past the under.
It's like, when you come to the number,
That room that you stay in, who stays in the other one?
I don't know.
Okay, so it's just open, you're ready to occupy. So, Jay Lee comes over, you perform all the steps on him, what happens?
Then it's like, we can share and talk a little bit, we don't really talk about him. He had something to do like a baby or something, he was like, he like, there, something.
This is early morning hours,
Right.
where did he, what happened?
And then he's like, he said, he had to go do something like, job or internship or something, and then he just like,
All right, so the topic here is what happened after Jay Lee came back to Tim Harrington's car, correct?
Yes, and then with Tim Harrington giving Jay Lee oral sex.
All right, and had you given any information to Tim Harrington about what type of job Jay Lee was at the time, in July of 2022, involved in?
No, we did not.
All right, and what did he say about Jay Lee?
He said Jay Lee had some kind of, I believe, baby thing he had to go do, and then he may have had something, he left and may have had to go do something with his job or an internship.
Now, later on, you found out that Jay Lee was actually doing an internship program with CPS, or what I think you and I have always referred to as DHS.
Yes.
Child Protection Service.
So, how did he leave him?
I was cool, like, we just, you know, I'm like, talking to him.
How did he leave him?
We didn't have, like, it was walking with you,
So he left the apartment walking.
yeah, I was like, walking, like,
How did he walk out of the complex? Did he leave his car?
right.
Now, earlier, he talked about making it up to Tim Harrington. And then, when you're asking him about how did he leave, was his response there have any significance to you?
Oh, absolutely. If he would have told us that Jay Lee went down to his car and left, that would have been very significant to us. But he had trouble formulating an answer on how he left.
And back that up.
How did he leave him?
Like, it wasn't, it was walking with you,
So he left the apartment walking.
yeah, I was like, walking,
How did he walk out of the complex? Did he leave in his car? There's some phone all the way through.
right, like, he left that while I'm out, he was gone. I was always like, I was in my car.
How did he do it right now?
I don't know how to do that.
So he leaves after you give him all this. And do you have any contact with him from that point forward?
You know, so we can talk like, I was telling me, we should talk about when it was just like,
And six times? Did you have physical sex with him on the shoulder? After he leaves, did you reach back out to him? The phone call, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, I'm sure they'll go on your favorite, but, you know, Twitter, I don't know, they fast like Grindr, did you reach back out to him in any other, on any platform or via text message or something?
I just don't remember, I don't think I did, and I don't think I reached that out.
Okay.
If I really did, talk about it.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, July 8th, morning hours, I represent to you that there's already been proof that Jay Lee's social media activity, cell phone activity goes silent.
Yes, sir.
Were you able to later learn whether Tim Herrington ever tried to reach out through social media to Jay Lee after early morning hours of July 8th, 2022?
We could not find any record of Tim Herrington attempting to contact Jay Lee, but what we did find in the subsequent investigation was he put in Jay Lee and kept searching the name multiple days after July 8th.
Did you leave the apartment after, Jay left? Did you go anywhere?
Yes, sir.
What'd you do?
I don't have any Walmart.
Okay, what'd you do at Walmart?
But I have one company, I was
Hey,
no, it was more like, I had got like tape and stuff like this.
Hey, what you got?
I had about food and stuff too. But I had to move, yes, I had to move and so the tape for the box and stuff like that.
Awesome. And then, right there, you're talking to him about what he did after Jay Lee left the apartment, and he responded with he was going to Walmart. And did he indicate what he bought at Walmart?
Yes, tape and some food, I believe.
All right. Now I'm going to hand you what State's Exhibit 50. Have you seen that receipt before?
Yes, sir, I have.
And what is that receipt?
This is a receipt from Walmart for duct tape. Item sold, one.
All right, no food. It was just duct tape, right?
Yes, sir.
And I believe he said tape. He didn't say duct tape, right?
He says tape. Yes, sir.
All right. Now, were you able to observe footage of Tim Herrington at the Walmart?
Yes, sir, I was.
And were you able to establish the time of day on July 8th, 2022 that Tim Herrington was at the Walmart?
Yes, we were, and then we also were able to obtain the receipt. July the 8th, 6:49 was when he checked out at Walmart.
What number is it? You ready? All right, we're gonna display on your screen,
Okay.
on the podium system, Exhibit 49.
Got a video.
Yes, sir. It's already been received.
Great. I don't mind.
Now, as sometimes happens, the video system at Walmart, as far as recording the timestamp, was it working properly?
No, it wasn't.
All right, but you do have the receipt. All right, it is consistent.
646.
Okay. When you reviewed it, the legacy software system is now working properly. And the time on the receipt, if you don't mind, hit document. July 2022, 6:49.
Yes.
That's Walmart. All right, so do you have the, on this exhibit, the car driving in? It's a different photo.
It's not gonna be able to. They go down. I just have to go through them and see.
Okay.
See, all right. Rooftop, it may be this one right here.
All right. Do you see the image displayed on your screen?
See a barcode.
That?
Hold on a second. All right.
There we go. What about now?
I see rooftop Walmart parking lot.
All right. And if you could, why was this camera angle important to the investigation?
Because it shows Tim Harrington's vehicle coming into the parking lot.
All right, and what kind of vehicle was Tim Herrington driving at this point?
White Ford Escape.
So we're looking for a white Ford Escape?
Yes, sir.
All right, let us know as we play the video when you see that vehicle.
At this time, that's the vehicle coming in to the, going down the road to the parking spot right here. Beside a white car, appears to be near a buggy, where you put the buggies back.
All right. And who is that? Were you able to identify who that is getting out of the vehicle?
Timothy Harrington.
Now, prior to Tim Herrington checking out, where we have the receipt with the timestamp and date stamp on it, was there, just describe for the jury what Tim Herrington did while he was in Walmart.
So Tim Harrington goes in Walmart. I don't recall if he went and picked up the duct tape first or second, but while he's in Walmart, he goes and looks at I don't know what the gallon size is, but large garbage cans. And he starts looking, these garbage cans would be ones that are in front of a residential home and would be picked up by a garbage truck. Large garbage cans. He's looking at it, examining the garbage can. It even brings an associate over to talk about the garbage can, it appears, in the video. And then he moved after looking at those, he moves and goes up front and pays for his duct tape.
It's fine, man.
I don't mean to interject, but we kind of got some stuff that's starting to stream over here on the big screen.
we got.
Little distraction.
After so long, automatically reverts back.
Yeah, full screen, yeah.
Go to the garbage can section.
Yeah.
So this is that. This is it. There's the garbage can.
Okay. Do you see that image displayed on
Yes,
your
sir.
screen? All right, and in that aisle, can you identify the location on your screen where the garbage cans are?
The bottom of the video says AA Electric to TLE Corner, and you can see the garbage cans in the video right beside where it looks like there's a set of double doors.
All right, and as we were playing it, an individual with a white shirt walked into frame at the top middle of the screen.
Yes,
Were you able to identify who that was?
yes, that's Timothy Herrington.
All right, let's play that. All right, pause it there. All right, let's go to. And then after that, contained on that video exhibit, one of the files on there shows Tim Herrington checking out with the
Yes, sir.
duct tape, correct?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm sorry. If I can have this marked for ID. Angie was been marked as exhibit 59 for ID. Do you recognize that image?
Yes.
Does that image accurately depict a still shot from where Tim Herrington is checking out from Walmart in the early morning hours of July the 8th, 2022?
Yes, that's Tim Herrington buying a roll of duct tape.
Your Honor, state would ask this to be received into evidence.
Objection.
Okay, other than previously.
It'll be admitted.
Go back over there.
We got the Santa Claus playing on the screen there anyway. If y'all bear with me, I'm gonna come back that way, because I can
Yes, sir.
hear.
All right. Back it up in seconds. I believe at this spot in the interview with Tim Herrington at CID, going back to, is that exhibit 56? On exhibit 58 now, for the record. Does he talk a little bit about the business that he has with Tyson King?
He doesn't reference Tyson King specifically, but he does talk about a moving business.
All right, and does he say anything about whether he has anything to do that day involving the moving company?
He does make reference that he had a move later that day.
All right, and let's play that.
Like, she's on, or I had a move in one day, so it takes her about.
Now, were you able to later, as part of your investigation, find out anything about the accuracy of that statement?
Yes, we were able to talk to Tyson King, and Tyson King kept a calendar notes of their the jobs that they did, and July 8th was not listed as having a job that day.
All right. Did he ever indicate in the interview what kind of tape he normally uses in the moving company business?
He references the tape. I'm trying to recall. I think he refers to it as clear tape, but it could have been something I said to him as well.
Okay. So, to be fair, he didn't say duct tape.
I think he was specifically asked about duct tape, and I don't think he says one way or the other. I don't.
Now then,
How did you purchase your house at Walmart? Cash, vehicle?
I knew you might be able to.
So we'll be able to see it on Walmart, can't we?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you bought duct tape or tape that you don't have duct tape?
Yeah, we use like, that's
The big clear tape you wrap around it?
yeah, we have, I think, it's like the stuff that you wrap around my.
Did you know what happened that you remember?
did he describe the tape in more specificity there?
It's the tape that you wrap around boxes.
It was that one, like, like, right around, it was that one.
Yeah, did you drive your car over Walmart?
Yeah, I
You're still talking about Walmart. You saw the video portion where he's examining the garbage can. Now, do you know anything about the Vet Place apartments and whether there's any necessity to have that style? I think you were referencing that earlier.
Yeah, the style that Tim was looking at Walmart was for residential use. Tim lives in an apartment complex at the time, Lafayette Place, and outside of his building was a large trash compactor that he could put his trash into. There was no reason to have a garbage can.
Did you go anywhere else that one? Did you get a job somewhere early that night? Did you go anywhere else?
No, not really.
Not early. So after Jay Lee left, the only place you went to at Walmart?
Yeah, Mark was there.
So at this point, after Jay Lee left, he said he goes to Walmart and he didn't go anywhere else. Were you able to find whether that statement was accurate or not?
No, we were, and it was not accurate. He did go somewhere else.
All right. Your Honor. If I could have this mark for ID. Coconut. Station. Video. 59
Was
the,
a Walmart checkout or checkout at Walmart? Okay. All right, I got it. I don't need it. I just make sure my.
all right. I'm going to hand you Exhibit 60. It's contained in an envelope. Do you recognize that?
I do.
All right, what is it?
The video from the Chevron, oftentimes referred to as Kokomo Chevron at Jackson Avenue in West Oxford Loop.
All right, have you reviewed the contents of that video?
Yes, sir, I have.
Do they accurately depict video surveillance from the morning of July the 8th, 2022?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor,
State would ask that this be received.
Mr. Brooks, just for 1 second, I want to make sure I'm not waiving the other objections I had on authenticity.
All right, if you don't mind, how did you obtain this video? Where did you obtain the video?
We obtained this video from Kokomo Chevron, which is at the intersection of Jackson Avenue and West Oxford Loop, located in Lafayette County.
And what time frame were you looking for?
We were looking from 6:49 a.m. until.
And now, at that time, you had Tim Herrington's car coming into Walmart.
Yes.
Were you looking at that location to see whether that car
Your Honor,
went by?
leading questions, I mean, I just.
Rephrase your question.
So you were looking for a time frame. Were you looking for a specific car?
Absolutely. We knew Tim Herrington was buying duct tape in Walmart, so we wanted to know once he left Walmart, which way he went. Did he go back towards Lafayette Place down Jackson Avenue to the east, or did he go to the west? So that was very important for us to distinguish because we wanted to know where to go next.
You went down to that station and looked at that time frame, looking for that vehicle.
We were looking for Tim Herrington's white Ford Escape.
All right. And were you able to verify that the time of that surveillance was accurate?
Yes, sir, we were.
All right. Your Honor, at this time, the state would ask that it be received into evidence.
I'm Same objection. I'm gonna find a sufficient indicative of liability, to allow this in without, authenticating witness. 60 will be admitted.
Permission to publish. May I publish?
Yes, yes.
Six 51. All right, we're gonna try to cue it up to the 6:51 a.m. spot.
You got a long way to go at that rate.
Keeps going back.
Yeah, it's in there. Is there another video?
What's the other time on that thing?
6:57.
Yeah, see, it's already passed at that time. I guess just, associated with.
Six 51 mark. See the white vehicle that Kim here
Yes, we're able to see the white Ford Escape go by.
will be contained on that video
Yes,
at the 6:51 mark.
yes.
All right, and then after that, were you able to identify another vehicle associated with Kim Herrington?
Yes, at 6:57, the Tim Herrington and his business partner, Tyson King's box truck, comes back down Jackson Avenue.
And I believe S-52 has already been received into evidence, has it not? already received into evidence.
52,
Yes, sir.
has been admitted. Picture of box truck driving in front of gas station.
Do you recognize that exhibit, Exhibit 52?
Yeah, that right there is Tim Herrington and his business partner Tyson King's box truck.
Okay. All right. And in the video at the 6:57 mark, were you able to identify Tim Herrington or not?
Say it one more time.
On the video, were you able to identify Tim Herrington in that box truck?
Yeah, Tim Herrington went to his white Ford Escape goes by, leaving Walmart, and then he comes back by in the box truck.
All right. And in the image, were you able to see him?
Yes.
What was the question?
Was he able to identify Tim Herrington in the box truck driving by the Kokomo Chevron
Yes.
on Jackson and Oxford? So, all right, we're at the 6:49 mark on the video being projected on your screen. Exhibit 60. Do you see that on your screen?
Yes.
All right, you see the activity at the gas station?
Yes, a red car just pulled in to a gas pump, and a white van with something wrote on it is backing up from a gas pump.
Here we're looking for the 6:51 mark.
Yes, sir.
And what are we going to see?
See a Tim Herrington in his white Ford Escape traveling westbound on Jackson Avenue.
Is there going to be left to right on the screen or right to left?
Left to right.
We're at 6:51. If you will, just alert us when you see that here.
There it goes right there, passing West Oxford Loop and the gas station.
All right, the same car that pulled into Walmart.
Yes, where,
What did you say about the vehicle that passed by? Speak up if you don't.
oh, the vehicle's passing by the gas station right now. It's in between, if you're looking at the image the way it's paused on the video right now, it's in between pump 2 and pump 4.
Is that the same vehicle that minutes earlier pulled into the Walmart parking lot?
Yes, and left Walmart parking lot driven by Timothy Herrington.
All right. Now, as this plays forward, if you go to the 6:57 mark, all right, where is the Lynx apartment?
The Lynx Apartments, you continue driving west on Jackson Avenue, and then you hit an off-ramp, and the off-ramp's going to put you on what's known as two different, US 278 or Highway 6 is often referred to, and you're going to go west toward Batesville. So you're going to pass a gas station in between two gas stations. There's Crystals there. And it's out there, it's a apartment complex on the left-hand side of the road, approximately a mile from this location, maybe a little further.
All right, and did Tyson King keep the box truck at that location?
Tyson keep the truck at that location. He lived at the Lynx Apartments.
All right, so 7 minutes later on this video, you see the box truck drive by that video surveillance camera?
Yes, the box truck will be coming by going eastbound on Jackson Avenue.
All right, so Now, if Tim Herrington drove to pick up that box truck at the links and got in the truck and drove back by, without any kind of delays in between, would the time frame when we see his car there headed that way, that direction, be consistent with him driving back in the box truck?
Absolutely. If he went straight to the links and got the box truck turn and came back, yes, sir, it would.
In that direction, is that heading back?
That direction is heading back down Jackson Avenue, and you can get to Lafayette Place that way.
All right, and from the screen that you're looking at, is the box truck going to be coming from right to left?
Right to left, yes. If you'll pause it there, you can actually see it coming off of Highway 6. It's in between the pole and it's in between the poles right above the sign for gas pump 7. If you look directly up from that, you'll see the box truck in the image there.
All right. Let's play it.
The box truck then makes a left-hand turn, traveling eastbound on Jackson Avenue, and it'll be coming in front of Kokomo Chevron at this time.
Now, when you say you could identify Tim Herrington, you're talking about seeing his car leave and his box truck drive by.
Yes.
Well, tell him what he's talking about. Rather than just ask a question.
I sustain the objection. Rephrase the question.
As part of your investigation, who are the only two people that had keys to that box truck?
Timothy Herrington and Tyson King.
Did they have as part of the investigation, whether they had any kind of job to do that day?
No, they did not have a job to do that day, according to Tyson King.
All right. Let's go back.
Thank you.
Everybody good on the jury? Let me know when you need a break, okay?
We're at the 30-minute, 50-second mark.
Isn't that?
On
You ran over there?
my side.
How did you, what route you take?
I took like,
Like runner workout?
it's I can go around, so.
You want one?
You know, I go myself.
Did you go anywhere else that morning? Did you go do a job somewhere early that night? Did you go anywhere else?
Well, not really.
Not earlier. So after Jay Lee left, the only place you went to was Walmart?
Yeah, more than that.
Didn't you? Like runner workout?
It's I can go around, so.
You go run that one?
Yeah.
You go run.
I want to run around like Highland, like like
Highland?
the Highland and the airport, like that, all that.
Yeah.
On
You ran over there?
my side.
How did you, what route you take?
I took like, that way from,
How long did that run usually take you?
I'm not sure, I usually just wrap around.
Like a burnout?
Out.
So you ran from a Fayetteville, I guess down Anchorage Road? Or did you go down Jackson Avenue? Yeah, so like Old Stars and all that, and went by the airport,
Right.
and then you, where did you turn around at?
I went to like Highland, I went to, I went to, I go to like all I usually work out, like, I run up reaction and how I usually do like cardio and stuff like, study every morning.
So did you run all the way over to Island and all the way back to Fayetteville?
No, so I had about three that like I was right out the end on the side. So usually, I used to like, I usually do like ride.
What's that friend?
I honestly don't know, like, this no time for me, I don't even know if it was me, okay? But I drove myself.
Now, you talked to him about, whether he went anywhere, and he indicated that he had not.
Sure.
What did he say about working out that day?
He said he did go for a run. If I asked him if he's a runner and asked him if he ran that day, he said he did go for a run that morning.
Okay. Now we know that, you've got a time frame, from the Kokomo gas station.
Yes, sir.
His car at 6:51, box truck 6:57, correct?
Yes.
Now, the run would have been after that.
Yes. Yes.
According to his statement in the interview.
Yes, but yes, true. And he's at Molly Bar Trails running out at 7:34.
All right, so you've got video of him pulling out of Molly Bar Trail, running out of Molly Bar.
Running
Trails. At what time?
7:34 a.m.
7:34. All right. So now were you able to take the locations that he mentioned as far as the route that he took on his run and prepare a map?
Yes, we were. We were able to go. The route he said he took was the back way, he called it. So for him to get from Lafayette Place over there, he said he went the back way, which I described as being Anchorage Road, coming out of Old Sardis, going up by the airport, which would have took him down to Old Sardis to McElroy, and then around McElroy to Molly Bar Road, which now we're at the intersection of Molly Bar Road is Rockets gas station. So then he would have took a left on Molly Bar Road, went up.
Go ahead.
All right, if I could have this marked for ID.
All right, you mark for ID.
All right, so you're very familiar with Oxford area, correct?
Yes, I am. I've lived here roughly 12 to 14 years.
And during that 12, 14 years, you've been a police officer, investigator, and now you're charged with
Emergency management.
emergency management, responding
Yes.
to disasters. Do y'all use a certain type of map system for this area?
So the one that I primarily use is called NearMap. I was able to obtain access to that. The city of Oxford has it, and what happens is it's a aerial imagery where we're able to view the city of Oxford. It doesn't let us go to any other jurisdictions that aren't connected with NearMap. And the aerial imagery, what happens is every January, an airplane flies over and takes digital imagery for us, and we use it for planning purposes, emergency management related things, anytime any maps or imagery is needed.
All right, and I'm going to hand you what's been marked for ID as Exhibit 61. Do you recognize that as a map here? In light of the route that he described he took that morning.
Yes, this depicts the route that Timothy Herrington told me he took that morning.
All right, Your Honor, the state would ask if he received that.
Okay.
All right, be admitted.
All right. So, were you able to calculate how far it is from Lafayette Place Apartments, Tim Harrington's apartment, over to Highland Square, which he talked about on his and him coming back to Rockets, where we see that on the video where he gets in the car with his iPod? The total distance.
It's approximately 7.2 miles.
All right, 7.2 miles. Were you able to calculate how fast you would have to run if you were going to make that route from 6:57 a.m. to 7:34 a.m.?
So a couple times that are important here. You got the white Ford Escape going by Kokomo Chevron, driven by Timothy Harrington at 6:51 a.m. You got the box truck coming back by, driven by Timothy Harrington at 6:57 a.m. The approximate distance from Kokomo Chevron back to Lafayette Place on Jackson Avenue is 1.5 miles, approximately 5 minutes to get from Kokomo Chevron to Lafayette Place. That would put him back at Lafayette Place at approximately 7:02 a.m. If he got out of his vehicle and started running at that point, when he's next seen on video at Molly Bar Trails is 7:34. That is only 32 minutes. And if he's trying to make a distance of 7.2 miles when he's seen at Molly Bar Trails, he'd have to average per mile 4 minutes and 44 seconds.
So 7.2 at a 4-minute mile.
He's got to do sub 5 per mile. So 4 minutes, approximately 4 minutes and 44 seconds per mile to make it from Lafayette Place to when he's seen on video at Molly Bar Trails exiting at 7:34 a.m.
All right. Now then, we OPD secured footage from Rockets
Yes.
that we've talked about at length with Tim Herrington getting into the vehicle with Keziah Clark, correct?
Yes,
And that roadway that we see from that camera perspective, the road directly out front is Molly Bar Road.
yes.
All right, then to the side, what road is that?
It's McElroy.
McElroy Drive?
McElroy Drive.
And is that the route he would have had to have taken to get to Highland Square?
Yes, if you'll allow me. He's gonna go down Lafayette Place, and he's gonna come around Anchorage Road, which then turns into Old Sardis Road. And then he's gonna go all the way down Old Sardis Road till he gets to McElroy Drive, come up through here, which he refers to the airport when he's talking to us and saying he ran by the airport. That's the airport right there. He's gonna then get to down to Rockets on the run he told us. And he's gonna turn left on Molly Bar Road, go around a curve, go past Molly Bar Trails where he was seen running out at 734 and Jay Lee's car was seen coming into, go up to Highland Square, turn around and come back, and that's the route he told us.
And you know he had to turn around and come back from Highland Square because you see him on video at Rockets,
Yes,
getting into the car with Keziah Clark.
yes.
Now, can you tell me about the video surveillance at Rockets, whether you can see traffic on McElroy Drive as well?
Yes, so Rockets has the way the cameras are set up, you can see people coming down McElroy Drive from the side of the business down to the intersection, and then in front of Rockets on Molly Bar Road coming up to the intersection.
Did Oxford Police Department investigators, including you, look for anybody that matched the description of Tim Herrington that morning jogging down McElroy Road?
Yes, we looked for video well before on the times. We looked well before 7 a.m. and I believe well before 6 a.m. to see if we see Timothy Herrington run by Rockets, and we never see Timothy Herrington run by on McElroy or Molly Bar Road.
And according to him on his interview, if what he said was accurate, you would have seen him running by Rockets on McElroy Road.
We would have seen him come by McElroy Drive and then take a left at that intersection and start making his way jogging up a hill or running up a hill.
And if he had made a 7.2 mile run at 4 minute and 44 second pace and make it to Rockets to get in the car with Keziah Carter, would he have a light sweat?
He'd probably be panting pretty hard and have a heavy sweat.
And do you know what he was wearing at the time he got into the car with Keziah Carter?
He was wearing a sweatshirt.
Was the hood up or down? Do you know?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Was the hood up or down?
The hood was up.
Course indulgence. All right. Lafayette Place, Molly Bar Trails, where Jay Lee's car was found. Campus Walk Apartments, where Jay Lee's car was.
Yes.
The last, well, on July 8th, 2022, where Jay Lee's phone goes silent, was all that in Lafayette County,
Yes,
state of Mississippi?
yes, sir.
Okay. And the person that you interviewed at Tim Harris, and later at CID in the interview room, that you've identified as Tim Harrington, is he in the courtroom today?
Yes, he's sitting right there beside his attorney, Kevin Moran, wearing a blue suit.
Let the record reflect that the witness is identified as defendant.
Record so reflect.
Your Honor, if I could, I'm going to not replay, but play just a little bit further on that.
You know what the course instructions are anyway.
I do.
I really like cardio and try to be very well.
So did you run all the way over to Ireland and all the way back to Cleveland?
I had a lot of friends that I was trying to have friends outside. Usually, but he's like, I actually give him like a ride.
What's that friend's name?
I honestly don't know, this is what I'm saying, I don't even know if it was mutual friends, so I can tell you, he's basically, I don't even know, I know him, but I don't know his name, I was a friend of his brother, when I was running, so that time I was running,
All right. So, was that significant to you?
Yes, he's describing where he runs out of Molly Bar Trails, goes down to Rockets, and sees Keziah Carter and flags him down.
Okay. Did he identify the name of the person?
No, sir.
He didn't tell you his name, did he?
No, sir.
All right. Now then, can you see Exhibit 20 projected on your
Yes.
monitor?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to just put in your hand Exhibit 61.
Okay.
Okay. It gets picked up by Keziah Carter 2 weeks earlier, July the 8th, from the time that he's giving you the interview,
Yes.
right? But he can't tell you the name of that person.
No, sir.
Okay. And then when he's telling you the route that he took, can you compare that to the route that is represented in S20 that was provided and admitted into court under prior testimony that tracks J. Lee's car from Lafayette Place to Molly Bar Trails? Is anything about comparing those two significant to you about why Tim Herrington told you he made the route that he did that morning? Right?
Oh, yes. He did not want me to know. He went on Jackson Avenue. But the most significant part about this is both routes, the way J. Lee's car goes and the way Tim Herrington described his run, both of them are passing Rockets. Only one came by the car. Tim didn't come by running.
Continue the witness, Sheldon.
All right. Now, how long y'all been out there? A while? Let's take a break. 4:18.